So whether it is my scene today, whether it is a scene that happened in my past, whether it is a scene that's going to happen tomorrow, none of this is in my control. But what I think in response to this candle is completely my choice, and that's why each one of us has the ability, we have that power to create a thought which we want in response to this stage today. Okay, let's try out our power. Okay, ready? This is the stage. Blue color carpet, flowers, white cloth, plastic candle. Now be creative, raise your vibration and create your best thought for this stage. Anybody? Anyone? No, just one thought for the entire stage decoration. One thought. Beautiful. One thought. Anybody else? Heavenly. Wow. So her vibration was beautiful. Someone else came and said heavenly. What did we do to the vibration? It goes one up. Divine. One up. Hanji? Blissful. Inspirational. Arey wow. Spiritual. Peaceful. Stunning. Arey wow. Kya baat hai. How come none of you can see those teda-meda plastic candles which I can see? Why am I not finding it blissful and heavenly and peaceful and divine and spiritual? Something wrong with me or something wrong with the candle? Something wrong with me or something wrong with the candle? Trust me, the candle is really crooked. But yet you are able to create such pure thoughts. Because it's nothing and nothing and nothing and nothing to do with the candle. Now what will happen? Scene will change tomorrow. But right now, in this moment, you have created a very high frequency vibration thought. So where will you be vibrating right now? Where will you be vibrating right now? So let's say on a frequency of 0 to 100, when I create a thought, crooked nakli candle. So what's going to be my frequency? 10. Then someone says beautiful, 50. Someone says heavenly, divine, spiritual, inspirational, peaceful. We're going higher and higher and higher. Now we think, अच्छा ये तो छोटी सी बात है. ये छोटी सी बात नहीं है. ये छोटी सी बात नहीं है. In this scene, you have chosen to vibrate at a high frequency. After 5 minutes, there is going to be another scene. Suppose somebody's phone rings. It will ring. Within 5 minutes, it will ring. Don't worry. It has to ring. Now, because I am vibrating at 20 and my thought in previous scene is irritating, complicated candle. So when the next scene comes, the scene will change. My way of thinking doesn't change. So in the next scene, when the phone rings, I'll say irritating ringtone. Even though it may be the most beautiful ringtone, but I am vibrating at that 20, and so in the next scene, I'm going to say irritating ringtone. But you will not say that. What will you say? What will you say? What will you say? You're going to say divine music. And each time, you are creating a higher vibration thought. You are raising your inner power You are increasing the ability to create a higher thought in the next scene, and in the next scene, and in the next scene. And after 1 hour, we get up to start walking out of this hall, and somebody pushes you like this to walk out. I, vibrating at 20, I don't even want to say what words I'm going to use for them. But you, vibrating at 80 and 90, are going to say, never mind, jaldi mein the, bacche ghar pe wait kar rahe hain, koi baat nahi, aap jao aage. You will automatically vibrate at a frequency of caring, sharing, cooperation, because you're feeling good inside. Yes or no? Yes. And then you go out and your car is stuck with 5 other cars around you. But you have already accumulated so much power in the last 4 scenes that you're going to go out and say, it's okay, so many people, they will come in 5 minutes, never mind. Peace. I will create a thought and it manifests. And that to create a time-bound thought, within 5 minutes, it has to ring. And it has to ring. Now you know why all the problems manifest in our life? Because we create them. And we are so 100% convinced, like I was 100% convinced, it has to ring in 5 minutes, and there it is. But we never see the connection between the two. We don't see the connection that we created that thought, we had full faith, we radiated it, and it manifests. We just said, which I would say, vibrating at a lower frequency, obviously it will ring. It rings in every program. What is new? It rang yesterday also. It will ring tomorrow. Even that I'll say today only. Why? Because people are like that. People don't remember to switch off their phones. Because I'm vibrating at a low frequency. Can you see the difference in when I'm vibrating at a low frequency, how I'm perceiving every scene of my life? And you are vibrating at a higher frequency, and how you are perceiving your scene of life. And after all this, suppose, while you're pulling your car out of the parking lot, it hits the other car. Oh, you're at a higher frequency. Don't go, oh. You can't go, oh. You know, you were not going to feel bad that time. You know why? Because in the simpler scenes of your day, you accumulated so much power, then when a slightly tougher scene comes your way, you're already very powerful. And you won't know why. You won't even know why. How come I didn't feel bad? How come I just smiled at them and said, Acha, it's okay, never mind, ciao. You won't know from where you got that power. It's because you accumulated in those little scenes before you reached the difficult scene of your life. And can you imagine what I will do if my car hits somebody today? Can you visualize what I will do? Yes? What will I do? I will not say it's okay. Because I'm vibrating at 20. I depleted my power in the simpler scenes of life. And then when I come to a little challenging scene of life, I have no power left. And that's when I can shift towards a complete breakdown. That's it, finished. And in every scene, I never took responsibility for the thought that I was creating. Now, simple evidence that same candles, same scene, same walking out of the corridor, same somebody hitting you, same car bumping into your car. In the same scenes, you created a beautiful thought, I created a lower vibration thought, which means our thoughts are not dependent on the Our thoughts are not dependent on the, एक बार जोर से, our thoughts are not dependent on the situations. Our thoughts are not dependent on the situations, right? Right? Pakka? 100% certain? And now when you go out, come what may? Why should I create a right thought in a wrong situation? Why should I think right? Why should I think right when somebody pushes me in the passage to go ahead? Why should I think right? Why should I? And how many times should I? And why every time me should be right even when everyone around me is doing whatever they are doing? Why should I think right? Answer. Why should I think right? Answer. Very good. ताली बजा लो अपने आप के लिए अभी तो. Because I want peace, love and happiness. I am not doing any favor to them. I am not doing it for anyone else. I am doing it because I want to be at ease here. I want to do it because I want to be happy, and not only I want to be happy, I want to be healthy always. I want to be healthy always. When I create a thought, horrible stage, it's no more about the stage, it's here. And when it's here, then it's no more about my mind, it radiates to my body. And so this stage and my perception about this stage has a direct connection with my physical health. And then when I go to a healer and I say my knees are paining, my neck is paining, my shoulder is stiff, my back is paining and I've got tumor, they will say sit back, relax, release all that you are holding. Do they say that or no? And release all that you are holding inside you of the past. And I say, no, it's nothing to do with my past, it's my knee which is paining. They'll say, first release the past from here. Why? Because the blockage of energy is not in the knee or my back or my neck, the blockage of energy is here. But when there's a blockage of energy here, that smooth love, peace, happiness does not radiate to my body. And the blockage of energy in the soul manifests into a blockage of energy in the body. And then I go and take treatment only for the body. And then the doctor says, it's possible that we will meet again after a few years. Surgery is done, everything is fine. He's sending me home. And yet he will say, take care, otherwise we will need to meet again after a few years. होता है या नहीं होता ऐसा? होता है कि नहीं होता? Bypass surgery done, heart blockage again after a few years. Tumor clean, again after a few years. Cervical sorted out, again after a few years. Why? Because I removed the blockage from the body, did not remove the blockage from the source. Again the accumulated pain radiates to my body, again manifests into a blockage. And then I say, I don't know why I keep having these pains and aches again and again and again. I have them because I'm holding on to them. And so that same person in the passage who hits me and walks away, I think right for them so that my body is healthy. Am I doing it for them? Am I doing it for them? No. I want to be happy. I want to be healthy. And then most important, after creating all this loveful, peaceful energy, when I reach home, to my family, to my children, where am I vibrating? Hi there. And then I radiate that high, pure, powerful vibrations to my children, and they have to do nothing to start vibrating at a high frequency. And when they start vibrating at a high frequency, their addictions are gone. Their problems are sorted. That's one way of living. And the other way of living is blockage here, manifests into a blockage in my body, manifests into a conflict in my relationship, and I say, the world is a mess. Two completely different ways of living. तो कैंडल कैसी है? कैंडल कैसी है? It is in the most ordinary scenes of my life that I have to think right. Because while thinking right, I'm not only just keeping everything here clean, I am creating the habit of thinking right. I am creating my habit of thinking right. And gradually, it will go into an automated process, and I will shift from a complicated way of living to a very simple way of living. I met sister backstage here, and she asks me such a sweet question. How can you be so simple? And I was like, instead of asking ourselves, how can we be complicated? We are asking ourselves, how can we be simple? Because simple seems to be unnatural. We need to pause and ask ourselves, why am I making simple things complicated? Relationships today? Complicated. Why complicated? Why complicated? Because of my every thought that I create about them. And then I say relationships have become so complicated. Someone not behaving your way?